I've been across the country to many CEXs. We went up north to a few different places, and obviously it would have been rude not to stop at as many CEXs as possible along the way. I've got the Mohawk kicking off again. I've styled it for this video quickly, you know, so it doesn't look completely stupid. But yeah, anyway, back to the trip. So this is not all my pickups from recent. This is literally pretty much just what I picked up driving around the country, basically. So the first place we went to was a place called the Forbidden Corner. Now, I've done a video on this before. It was like one of my first videos on my channel. A very amateur video. Actually, we're still amateur. But if you want to go check that video out, it'll give you a rough idea of the place. Basically, it's like a garden, but it's just full of like weird statues and stuff. And we thought it'd be nice to take Archie, because he's a little bit older now. So when we went, he was like literally a year old. So he wasn't going to remember that. So yeah. The problem with going anywhere nowadays, I'm already going into a rant here, is this whole COVID, like everything's like got to be COVID secure, and it's just an absolute nightmare to do anything, especially with a kid who's 3 years old, because they don't understand they don't understand what's going on. So like a one-way system, trying to tell a child like that they can't go over there or they can't go over there, ends up in them just having a massive meltdown constantly, which is fun. But anyway, so the day we were going to go, the night before, couldn't sleep, so I just went on Spock, and I saw this on there. It was a Wii bundle, 25 quid, and I had a quick look at the pictures. I was like, it's all right. So I sent him a message saying, oh, I'm all right to pick up in the morning, because it was in Nottingham, and it was literally like just off the M1, 10 minutes, pick it up, continue on our way. And he never got back to me. And then in the morning, we were literally getting ready to go. It's about 7 o'clock, and he was like, oh yeah, that's fine, for collection's fine, yeah. So I was a bit like, So I sent him a message saying, I'll take 20 quid for it, and I'll pick it up in the next half hour. So he replied saying, yeah, just give me a call on this number. So I rang him. Really nice chap, actually. He says, I'm not going to be in, but my missus will be there, and it's all bagged up, ready to go. So swung past down the way, picked it up. I'll show you a picture of the listing here. Nothing, literally what you see there is what you get. Apart from one thing, which was actually an added bonus. Two things. So, black Wii console, bit scratched, but actually not overly scratched. For some reason he's trading for more than the white Wii's. Don't know why. When I checked anyway, I don't know if that's changed. And then there was two remotes in the picture. So we've got one Wiimote, and then this one. Now this one in the picture, if you see, it was upside down. So I was like, is it official? So I thought, well, either way, they're still worth 20 quid. Not only is it official, it's actually the Motion Plus one. Now, when I got these, oh my god, the battery compartments. That needs cleaning, basically, you can see there. But they're not, I don't think it's damaged the contacts, and it's only the top side of the Wiimote battery thing. And you can actually, if you get a little screwdriver, you can actually pull out the battery contacts on that, and then obviously I'll soak it in like white vinegar or something to get it off. And then the games. So, second bonus was this copy of Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort double disc. This is actually quite, you don't see that very often. I don't know at what point they started putting them on one disc, but I guess it was fairly late in the Wii cycle. And then the games. Now, I say, if you've seen the picture, you know what I've got, and they're all in good condition, so they should trade straight in. I'm not sure on the trading value, but anyway, we've got Nickelodeon Fit, Tangled, Mario Kart, obviously, that's standard with every Wii bundle, Dance Juniors, Wii Party, that was actually trading for quite a lot recently, it's dropped, Diva Ballerina, oh yeah, 505 Street game there, need that one out there, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and Just Dance 2017, which actually holds a little bit of value. So for 20 quid I thought it was a good price. So we continued on our journey and we swung past a CEX along the way, and it was actually in like a shopping complex. I should have really got the number, the name of the place it was. So it was pretty convenient. We could park there as well, so there's no like paying for parking. It was an alright CEX standard, but I literally went there because I checked the stock already. It was a thing I was doing basically the day before I went to each CEX. I'd check what stock's in store at that place and then literally add it to my wish list. So when I get to CEX, because I'll do this, I'll check the stock, get to CEX and go, what was I looking for? So I add it to my wish list, and I'll just go from, check the condition, take it off my wish list, and so on. So we went there. So the game I picked up, I did pick it up. It was in good condition. I also picked these up while I was there. Now, if you remember, now my last video, I did a video on Skylanders, and you saw I got a massive voucher. It was like 200 and something quid. And I already had loads of voucher. So basically this video is me spending all of my voucher. And it's pretty easy when you're buying expensive games. But the first, literally I had a quick browse. We didn't have much time at this one. Quick browse. But I did pick up these two. These dropped slightly in price. We've got Persona 3, Dancing in the Moonlight for PS4. Lovely condition on that one. Yeah, I never know Persona games, like that's 15 quid, because some of them like just are stupidly overpriced. And then we also bought Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, which is sort of basically it's the same game, but they split it into two games to make more money. The only problem with this one is it looks like someone's hit the spine and it's like damaged it. But apart from that, pretty good. Also grabbed this. There was no manual in it, and I checked a few listings on eBay and they didn't have a manual with them ones, so I was just like, oh, there's no problem. But when I got back and checked a few more listings, they do actually have like a little bit of a paper manual, so slightly no, but it was only £8, and it is Little Dragon Calf. I say no manual. I say manual, like slip of waif of bin paper. So grab them three, and then this one, which was behind the till for obvious reasons. It's a 3DS game. It's £80, so pretty much one of the most expensive 3DS games. I think there's a few, like a handful, which may be more than that. I'm not 100% sure. And it is Shigami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. This is one of those which, for some reason, the Shigami Tensei games on the 3DS have slowly just gone crazy, and they're just skyrocketing in price. I think I have all of them but one now, but I could be wrong. I nearly bought one the other day, and I checked my stack of games in my wardrobe, and I'd already bought it, so good job we didn't buy that. Yeah, so 80 quid. That is actually currently under the, like if you go on eBay, it can easily hit over 100, so yeah, crazy. So that was that. So that was the first stop, and then we obviously went to Forbidden Corner, which I already spoke about. And then we left there to drive to Hull. My God, what a drive that was. Literally, I think it was like 3.5 to 4 hours. Oh my God. It was like time stood still. So we got there, we went to the hotel, which was another massive palaver because the car park was actually closed at the hotel, so they only had like a handful of spaces. And obviously, ignorant bastards parking 2 spaces, you know. Oh, look at me, I've got a fancy car, which must park in 2 spaces. So, we literally threw our bags in the room, we checked the CEX app, and I was like, oh, the CEX is still open, and it's literally about a 10-minute walk. And it was like, closes at 6, so we get to the CEX, it closed at 5:30. So obviously, maybe there's a new COVID opening time, I don't know. I had a quick look in the window, I saw something in the window, I was like, I'm going to get that first thing tomorrow as soon as they open. So we went for some food, and then we went back to the hotel. Where have I put that? Oh, it's right in front of me. And anyway, the next day I headed on down to the CEX, waited outside patiently, went in straight to the counter, and I said, oh, can I have a look at that game in the window? So I pointed it out, came up to the counter, and was it before or after? So she showed it me. Oh, anyway, the game is Pokemon Stadium. So the box, I mean, it's not in the best condition. I can see that it's massively dented there. And then she opened it up. Obviously, it's got transfer pack. We've got the cartridge, and then she pulled out that, and I was just like, yeah, I'll take that. But what we've got is, we've got obviously the Pokemon Stadium manual, the transfer, I think that's for the transfer pack. Then we've got a Lego Racers manual, and a really battered Ocarina of Time manual. So anyway, but the best thing about this was, and I should have got this ready before the video, because now I look stupid looking for it. Oh, there it is. Convenient. Was. Hold on, actually. Is there anything on there which you can steal off me? Let me fold that over like that. There we go. Oh God, come on, focus, you piece of garbage. Garbage! There we go, Pokemon Stadium with transfer pack, unboxed. So, I got that for 20 quid, which I thought was a pretty good price. I mean, it's missing the tray, which is why it's unboxed. But I got 2 extra manuals with it. And initially I bought it and I thought I'll check with mine, but obviously it's dented. But I'll probably sell that on at the game show or something if they ever return. So really chuffed with that. Get in there. There we go. So I bought that, and then I was like, I'll have a quick look around the store. And I thought there was some other stuff. There was quite a few things actually I wanted, but it turns out they were either bad condition or in the wrong language. Silent Hill Origins for the PS2. German version. I mean, it played in English, but... So, the stack of stuff I did get, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games from here. The most expensive was £30. So, we've got, first up, could do with a new case on this, but it is actually in okay condition. One Piece Pirate Warrior 2. Got the it's all there. So the case has got some massive dents in it, but the inlay is actually fine. So got that one. Oh yeah, it's the first one, and now I had the second one. And then we got this. Literally, I saw it and I was just like, and it was a £10 game. I don't know if it's any good, but it is Jackie Chan Adventures for the PS2. Never heard of it. So I think I checked eBay and that's about the going rate, and obviously paid a voucher, so it could do with a new case. Again, it's got some big dents in it and stuff, but yeah, the rest of the content is nice condition. And then next up is a Wii Game. Again, I've already got this on PSP, and I was on and on between the PS2 version and the Wii version. But it is Metal Slug Anthology, and it was £15. And there, it is complete. I think it's missing the precautions thing, if it had one. So double check on that and find one. But again, good condition. Not sure on the going rate on that, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. Yeah, I think the PS2 one's a bit more expensive. And next up is a 3DS game. Another Atlas 3DS game. Try and go for a complete Atlas set on 3DS and maybe DS. I know a lot of games don't get released over here from Atlas. So it is Legend of Legacy for the 3DS. All there, it's got a game, it's been tapped by a game. But yeah, I don't think this is a massively expensive game anyway. I'm sure it's about £15. There's that one. And then lastly, this one I've never seen. I saw it on the website when I was checking the stock of that store. And I was like, looked it up. I was like, yeah, it's about the going rate. It is Infinite Space for the 3DS. Looks like a you build a ship and then you take back the universe. Interact with 100 characters on your journey to become commander. Looks a bit like an anime / space battle game. Oh, it's a platinum game. Didn't know that. But it is. Again, it's been attacked by a game. That looks gone brown, so it's probably one of those which will not come off. But apart from that, it's in pretty good condition. The spine has gone ever so slightly yellow, and you won't tell from that because you need another DS game next to it to really notice it. But yeah, so 30 for that one. So that was the first CEX, and then we went off to the Deep, which is a aquarium, pretty close by. That was actually pretty cool. I recommend check that out if you do go to Hull and you've got some time in your hands. But I noticed there's another CEX in Hull. There's actually 3 CEXs in Hull. So we went to 2. I'm not sure what the other one is. That's probably a little bit further out. And we picked up another stack of games. And this one I hadn't actually checked the stock online because it's sort of a spare of the moment thing. We just went, oh, we've got a little bit of time, we'll just go to that. And I pretty much grabbed a handful of 3D Xbox 360 stuff. There we go. Everyone's favourite. All aboard the Tat Train. So we've got Blaze Blue. This is the first one. £1 kitty. They're all in pretty good condition. This one, again, this needs a new case. It's like a big scratch through that. It is a classic Everybody Sing. And I literally just picked this up based on the condition. And it's only £3, so it doesn't actually give you a song list. Oh yeah, it does. It's quite a good selection. Then we bought the game with the longest title, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. £6. I checked CEX and this one's all over the place, but CEX £6 is actually fairly cheap, so I thought I'd grab it. And it's all there. The only problem is it is a sort of multilingual version. It has English on it at the top, but obviously it's got multiple languages on it and a giant German rating board thing on the front. And the other thing was with this one is there's a little hairline crack in the disc, ever so slight. But again, I mainly bought it for a placeholder for the moment, which I'm starting to do more now because I find when I get a placeholder, I will quickly find a replacement pretty quick. But if I don't get a placeholder, it will take me forever to find one to replace it with. The last one, I'm really, really happy with this one. It is Midway Arcade Origins. And this is absolutely pristine condition. So you've got the little sticker on the side there still. Yeah, absolutely perfect condition. And for only £8, I feel like that in the future that one's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to get. And then the last thing I got from there was a PS2 game. It is Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, for £8. And again, absolutely lovely condition on this. I'm not really sure why I bought it. But they had quite a lot in there, but it was all missing its manuals. So I'm not sure if Hall was one of them ones which gets a lot of returns. There's someone in that area who buys a lot online and returns it. Could be wrong. So that. Okay. The camera's going to run out soon. But I ain't got much more to show. So then we wandered down to Norwich, which is a lovely town. I recommend going if you've never been. Actually, really big town. Lots of shops. Like here in Leicester, we don't get anything because everything's just closed. Down there, there's a lot of like independent shops and stuff. There's 2 game shops pretty much within a walking distance of each other. I'm not sure on the first one. I can't remember what it was called. I just wrote that down. But the second one is called Last Level Games. Last Level Gaming, I think. I'll put a little picture up here. But I've been there before. Great people run it. So last time I went there, I bought a stack of PS2 games, and this time I went in there, I bought a stack of PS2 games. Yeah, I'm losing the will to speak. We've got some nice ones here though. We've got I bought these 2 first. So we've got this one's never heard of this. CY Girls for the PS2, and that was £15. And I was really surprised that it's actually 2 discs. I will say that I think this one. Nope. Maybe it's this one. The only problem with this is you probably won't see it. Not sure how well this is going to work. It's got a crack in the disc, basically. A little crack. So there's that one. So it's only a little crack. So, and again, I can always upgrade later on. That's 20. I don't know the price in the CEX. I'm sure it's out of stock though. But anyway, next up is Neogeo Battle Coliseum. This was £20, if you can see that. This one's lovely condition. I believe that's out of stock as well. So grab that. And the next 2 games are from the same series, and I believe, let me try and pronounce these, Saint Cyan the Hades and Saint Cyan the Sanctuary. And you look at the front covers of these and you think, man, they must be expensive games. But as you can see, if you can see that, it was £12. And they're both complete. Saint Cyan the Sanctuary. Yeah. That was £12 as well. They look a bit like fighting games, but then, yeah, don't know what type of games they are. They're both 12 quid. And I said, oh, forget them, will you do them both for a tenner? And he was like, yeah, no problem. So there is movement on the prices there. Not much, but you know, every little helps. So I grabbed them too. And also, quickly, I grabbed 2 box protectors. They're only £1 each there, which is about the going rate, unless you're buying in bulk, and I mean like hundreds of in one go. But they're fairly thick ones. And yeah, for £1 each, I just needed. Got a game there, and I got one in there, which needs box protectors. So yeah, so check out Last Level Gaming, not sure exactly, I can't remember what it's called. It is a really good store, and they've got a massive selection in there. Not a massive store, but they've got stuff everywhere. So, plenty of time. So after that, we went to CEX in Hull. And I picked up a load of stuff, and then I forgot one of my vouchers, so I couldn't get everything I wanted. But we've got a nice selection here, some nice, more expensive bits and bobs. Start with the 360 tap, get that out of the way. Conan, £1.50. I'm not going to show you the insides. Vancouver, 2011. Fancy Star Universe for £1. I actually enjoy that game. And an actual fairly expensive 360 game. We've got Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2. And the case on this is absolutely battered. I mean, it's not cracked or anything, it's just, there's dents in it, there's scratches. But the actual contents is lovely condition. So it just needs a case swap for them. And then we've got a Wii game, another Wii game. Here's one which just keeps going up, so I thought I'll grab it before it goes up any more. It's No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle, £38. And this one is in lovely condition. I played the first one. I think I bought it when it came out, so never actually got the second one. So now I have it. And now we've got 2 DS games I've never heard of, but I thought I'll pick them up because I feel DS stuff is getting pricey. So first we've got Azuna, Legend of the Ninja. I think that's how you say it. It looks a bit like a role-playing game. So one thing I like about this is the spine actually has some art on it. Normally they just have black writing on it. But that one is complete with the world's biggest manual. Yeah, it's 505. It's another 505 game. I didn't realise until I looked on the manual. Yes, another one for you there, Eddie. You probably already got it. I don't know. And the next up is another DS game, and it is a shmup. Nano Stray 2, £28. Again, never heard of it, but it is complete, lovely condition. And then we've got this, which was actually really, well, a good price. I don't know what I did with I took the sticker off because I didn't want to leave it on there. But what is that? That sticker? Don't know. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I was buying all that stuff, and then behind the counter I saw this. It's Days Gone Special Edition. So I was like, oh, is that? How much is that? Because sometimes they're these type of, not special editions, but they come with like an art book and stuff. Sometimes the same price as the standard edition. And he said, where was it? Days Gone, £18. So I thought that was a pretty good price. I think you can get it slightly cheaper, brand new now. But obviously this is the special edition, which has obviously a nice art book, and I think it's 2 discs actually. Yeah, a 2-disc. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's like, is it a making of? Oh no, it's the soundtrack. Very nice. Normally they give you like a code for that. So that was that. So always look out for them ones because they're normally the same price. What's that? Days Gone warning. Contains spoilers. Do not open. Oh, that's probably on the art book originally. Yeah, the back's got like here, like a textured front around the edge here. I think, is that supposed to be part of it? Not sure, but it is in lovely condition. So after Norwich, we went to a dinosaur park. I say dinosaur park. It's for kids, obviously. That was an absolute waste of money because half of it was closed, and yeah, it was really weird. Like there was like a water park bit there, and she's like, "Oh, the water park is open. Just ask me if you want to turn it on though." I'm just like, "What? Turn it on?" So yeah, I guess they'll ring on a skeleton staff because I didn't see any staff members. People are literally taking the barriers out of the way and just going on stuff because there was no one around to stop people. It was really weird. So that's all the stuff I got literally while I was touring the country. But I did pick up a few things literally a day walk back. The next day I went to CEX, literally to use pretty much the last bit of my voucher. And I grabbed these two games. I grabbed this one, which I actually was going to pick up from another CX, but the condition was not good enough for my liking. It is 1945, 1 and 2. Lovely condition. £6. Not a bad price. Don't know. But it's a shmup anyway, so 1945. And the first one I've got in this series, there's 5 of them. Crush Time 3 for the Xbox 360, £8. Not. This one's actually in pretty good condition. They had the second one there. I'm sure that was cheaper or more expensive. Don't know. Can't remember. But at least I opened the case and there was literally weed in there, like behind the manual. I was just like, oh my god. And the case was pretty battered as well. So yeah, Crash Time 2 with a free bag of drugs. No, thank you. So yeah, I know Gorodino Plays picked up the 4th one, was it? I can't remember, but yeah, some of them are expensive. I'm not sure which order they are, but yeah. So that is all the stuff I picked up. As you can see, there's a good amount of CX voucher spent. Good amount of CX voucher spent there. Yeah. My advice to anyone: don't bother going on holiday because it's a pain in the ass during this whole pandemic thing. Too many restrictions. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, especially with a young child who can't understand what's going on. But at least I got to go to some CXs and get some pretty nice stuff for the collection. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the stuff I got. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.